What's up, my honey bunnies, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today's video is going to be a little quick review, kind of like first impressions of the new Lawless Conceal the Deal Long Wear Full Coverage Foundation. So I have it here, and a lot of you on my Instagram, when I posted that I was thinking of picking it up, some of you wanted me to do a review on it. So here I am doing a first impressions because it's my first time trying it, and I really wanted to just do a video right away because I feel like with foundation, you know if you're gonna love it just right there and then the first time you try it. Sometimes foundations can break you out and you might not like them after all, but I feel like this is not gonna break me out. So we're here to do a little review. I'm gonna give you a demo, first impressions, and also my review, and then at the end I'm gonna show you what it looks like at the end of the night, see how it wore. Okay, so like always, I am gonna tell you the specs, kind of tell you what's the claims. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and read from their website just to give you the specs. So again, it's called the Conceal the Deal Long Wear Full Coverage Foundation. It retails for $39, and you do get 1.01 fluid ounces, and it does come in 36 shades. So I do have two shades because the first one I bought did not work out for me. It was too light. And then the second shade worked out a little bit better, but not like the best match. So I do have the color Sunlight, and I also have the color Citrine, which you will see in a bit what it looks like, and I'm gonna give you swatches. It says it's a long-wearing, lightweight, fluid foundation that delivers modern full coverage with a self-setting, natural matte finish, available in 28 shades. Okay, so it says it's good for normal, oily, dry, and combination. It's full coverage. The finish, again, it's natural matte. The benefits are long-wearing, hydrating, self-setting, lightweight, and the type is a liquid foundation. So it is a super liquidy foundation. It's like very runny. You have to shake it so that, you know, it blends really well or mixes really well. If you're not familiar with Lawless, they are a cruelty-free brand, but not everything is vegan. But obviously this foundation happens to be vegan, so that is why I'm reviewing it. So it's 100% vegan, paraben-free, sulfate-free, silicone-free, talc-free, gluten-free, cruelty-free, made with recyclable packaging. Lawless is considered a clean brand. It does come in this kind of foiled metallic pink box. On the box, it says clean makeup that doesn't F around, which I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, so it's just a pink little box, very tiny packaging, very small bottle, which is good. At first, when I first opened it, I just couldn't believe how ridiculously small this is. But now that I think about it, it's better to have a smaller container because it removes all the excess packaging, and it's just a very sleek, you know, cute little black container. Again, very liquidy, so you do have to shake it. There's like a ball in there that mixes everything together, so give it a good shake. Another piece that I want to read to you, it says this blendable and buildable foundation feels like a serum and fuses with the skin to even tone, blur pores, smooth texture, and cover imperfections. Active ingredients provide blue light and antioxidant protection while soothing irritation and sensitivity. So that just sounds amazing. That's the reason why I wanted to try it so bad, is because I wanted a matte that's gonna look like a natural matte and also be hydrating and also self-set and also give me good coverage. So everything that I read about it obviously is what drove me to buy this and try it out. Just a heads up, this video, the lighting is going to be kind of like all over the place because I am filming with natural lighting, and I need to get myself some better curtains because the ones I have now let too much light in. So depending on how the light is outside, it's kind of like affecting the light on my camera and the video. So I'm sorry about that. This is my first time applying it on my skin, so you're gonna get my just initial reactions. I do have a brush. I also have a sponge. By the way, this is my first ever beauty blender that I'm gonna try in my whole beauty journey. I've never tried one before, and I think I said once that I was never gonna pay $20 for a sponge. And technically I didn't pay full price for this because it did come in a subscription box that I do pay for, but I mean, I saved a lot of money. So yeah, so we're gonna use half with the sponge, half with the brush to see how it works better. I did already prep my skin just basically with skincare. I don't have any primer. I don't really have a primer that I absolutely love. So that's why we're not using a primer. And right now, my skin is perfectly blemished to see if this foundation is gonna cover it. I have 2 shades of the foundation that I'm gonna be trying out. I did order Sunlight first, and then it arrived. It was not my shade. I don't know how I got it so wrong, because it's like 3, maybe 4 shades lighter. I mean, it's really light. Before the Sephora sale ended, I decided to order Citrine, and this came yesterday, so we're gonna try it out. Hopefully it's a little bit better. And I'm gonna swatch both of them like on my jaw so you can see what they look like. I am using natural lighting, so hopefully that's like a better, you know, true color. With these foundations, you do have to shake them really well. They're very liquidy. Okay, so I brought you in closer so you can see what the colors look like, but we have Sunlight, which is the lightest one. As you can see, it's very light, definitely not my color. So then I ordered Citrine, which is this one right here. And that color, so this color seems like it's gonna be a better match, but I think it can definitely go a shade darker. But it seems like it's gonna work. So we're gonna go ahead and just try it out with this one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just put it on my brush like this and then apply it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with this side to see if it's gonna cover, because I have more redness on this side. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing is that it is not hydrating or moisturizing. It really does blend out nicely into the skin and it spreads, but it does start to set. So you have to work really quickly, I feel like, and you can't really feel it on the skin. It feels so lightweight. It doesn't feel tacky. It doesn't feel like anything on the skin. So yeah, it is definitely clinging to my dry patches, emphasizing a lot of my dryness on my chin because of those blemishes. Besides it clinging to my dry patches, it does look really nice. It did do a good job in covering a lot of the redness, but my skin is still peeking through. I can still see my freckles and a little bit of the redness right here. I'm gonna go back with a little bit more product to see how well it just builds. With the brush, just like a tiny little dot. I'm just gonna stamp it. I can still see the redness. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, it's not bunching up weird or anything like that. Okay, so I'm back. I went ahead and completed my whole makeup look. I went for a kind of like sunburn look where I applied the blush pretty high, and then like all of this just has blush, so it looks a little bit more like you've been in the sun, you got a little sunburn. I saw it on TikTok and I thought it was super cute, and I do like it. I think it looks really nice. I did go ahead and spray my face with the Lather Cucumber and Ginseng facial mist. This is an amazing facial mist. Not only does it smell really refreshing, it's just awesome for times where your makeup looks very dry. It works because it is a facial mist with a little bit of oils. So pretty much any facial mist with some oils is gonna do the same thing, but I really love this one. And because I do have combination skin and my skin right now is more dry because we're heading to the colder months, it's starting to like flake and just be super annoying. And it just wasn't looking that great close up. Far away, it looks amazing. It looks flawless. It looks just so good. But when you look up close, you can see where it's settling into my like lines on my chin, my laugh lines, my nose, sticking to my dry patches, basically emphasizing all of that I didn't like. So spraying myself with this just made it much better. Overall, do I recommend this product? Yes, I always recommend everything for you to try on your own skin, on yourself, because we're all different. Just because on me it was too drying, on you it might work amazing. So it's always good to try it on yourself. So it is a really great foundation if you're looking for something that feels lightweight. It doesn't feel like anything on the skin, honestly. It's so lightweight. It does have a really good coverage, but I did kind of struggle to cover like the redness of my blemishes, so I don't consider it like a really full coverage product, because to me that's something that you can cover anything without it like showing through. And this one you can still see a little bit of my redness if you look really close up. I love the way it feels on my skin because it feels so lightweight. I like the way it blends. The color is actually not a bad color, and it was kind of hard to find a shade because the swatches aren't that great on their website. I hope that they can make more swatches, maybe like a whole highlight of swatches, like on just like really good, like on skin, and just like really good lighting, because I don't know, for some reason their swatches online, the picture of their swatches isn't that great. It's kind of hard to pick. And not only that, when you first apply it, it goes on lighter, and then when it sets, it kind of, it's not that it oxidizes because it doesn't look orange or anything like that, but it kind of changes a little bit. So just keep that in mind. And they do have pictures of swatches on their website, wet and dry, because I guess they know that it's lighter when it's dry. I mean, when it's wet, and then a little bit slightly darker when it's dry. So just wanted to mention that as well. So yes, it is self-setting. It is very liquidy when you first apply it, but it does set quite quickly actually. I mean, it gives you enough time to like buff it in, but I suggest working with one half of your face first. Like instead of doing your whole face, and then blend it out and then move on to the next one. Obviously, I don't know if it's long wearing because it is my first time trying it, but at the end of the video, I will give you my thoughts. At the end of the night today, I'm gonna film it and to show you how it looks and if it wore any different, if it's good or anything like that. But so far I like it. I don't love it. It's not like a foundation that I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing. You have to try it. You have to have it, because I just don't feel that about this foundation. My only con with this foundation is that it is a little drying on my skin type, but that is my own fault. I wanna try matte formulas, but I do have combination skin. I feel like matte formulas are like probably better for me if like during spring and summer, because that's when I'm a little bit more oily. In the fall and winter, I'm a little bit more dry. So it is my own fault. I shouldn't have picked it up during the colder months, but I feel like in the spring and summer, this is gonna work much, much better for me. But that's my only con. It does look very dry. It does cling to my dry patches and emphasize any dryness that I have. There's nothing else that I don't like about this foundation. Everything else I do like. But I'm trying to get into matte foundations, and I'm trying to find a right formula that is gonna be, I guess, semi-matte. So if you're looking for a matte foundation that's lightweight, that feels like nothing on the skin, has great coverage, then highly recommend this one. You might love this, especially if you have oily or normal skin. But for me, for the colder months, it doesn't work out for me, but I'm gonna try it out in spring and summer and see how it goes. All right, so I'm here with the update. It is about 12 something in the morning. I'm so tired. I just took my medication, so I'm gonna be falling asleep pretty soon. But of course, I can't forget to show you the update, how the foundation wore and how it looks like on my skin. Honestly, it looks pretty dry. It looks really bad on my chin. I mean, it's kind of like patchy and dry, and yeah, under my eyes is dry, around my nose is dry. Even though my nose is like where I get the oiliest, I feel like it still wasn't a match for this matte foundation. So if you're oily, again, I recommend this one. But because I am combination, it is very drying on my skin type. So unfortunately, it's not a foundation that I would reach for in the winter or cold months. I would probably just wait for the spring and summer. Or another thing I want to do, like test it out, not in this video, but maybe in another time, is mix it with a very hydrating, moisturizing moisturizer. Hopefully that can help, but as is, just applying it on top of skincare is just not enough for me, like hydrating and moisturizing wise. So that's the big drawback for me. I mean, besides the chin where it's like really kind of falling apart, and that's probably because I've been picking at my, like, you know, texture and like scabbies right here. Everywhere else it looks pretty darn good besides the dryness. So I think it is pretty long wearing. I did put on the foundation around 1 p.m. and it is now 12 a.m. so it's been a long time that it's been on my face. So I feel like it's a great So I do feel like it is long wearing. Again, it's just not the right formula for my skin type right now. But yeah, I just wanted to show you what it looks like and just give you my final thoughts after wearing it all day pretty much. All right, my honey bunnies, so those are my thoughts on the Conceal the Deal Full Coverage Foundation from Lawless. I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.